Have you ever felt like the odds were stacked against you? Like no matter how hard you tried, the world just kept tearing you down? Well, today, you're about to hear a story that proves no matter how dark things get, there's always hope on the other side. Stick around because this one ends in a way you'll never expect. The school auditorium buzzes with excitement. Students fill the seats, chatting animatedly as the lights dim. Backstage, 16-year-old Emma stands in the corner, clutching her guitar. Her simple floral dress and sneakers reflect her humble background. Her hands tremble as she looks at the stage through a small gap in the curtain. She whispers to herself, trying to calm her nerves. Emma, muttering, "You've got this. Just breathe. Just like practice." The MC walks to the microphone. MC, cheerful. And now, let's welcome Emma to the stage with her original song, Hope in the Dark. Let's give her a big round of applause. A smattering of claps follows. Emma steps out, her heart pounding in her chest. The spotlight blinds her momentarily, but she adjusts the mic, gripping her guitar tightly. From the front row, Olivia, the queen bee of the school, smirks. Olivia, whispering loudly, "She's actually going through with it? This is going to be painful." Her friends giggle. Emma hears them but tries to focus. She begins to strum her guitar, her voice soft and shaky. Emma, singing. "I've walked through shadows, faced the cold." The whispers start, growing louder as students snicker and nudge each other. Olivia leans forward, pretending to cover her ears dramatically. Olivia, mocking, "Sounds like a dying cat." The cruel comment cuts through the auditorium. Laughter spreads, growing louder. Emma's voice falters, her fingers slipping off the chords. Tears well up in her eyes as she lowers her guitar. She glances at the crowd, seeing nothing but ridicule. Unable to take it anymore, Emma sets her guitar down and rushes off stage. The laughter follows her, echoing in her mind like a cruel melody. Emma sits on her bed, staring blankly at her guitar leaning against the wall. Her phone buzzes on her nightstand, lighting up with notifications. Reluctantly, she picks it up and sees a video of her performance already circulating on social media. Caption, "Cringiest talent show ever." Comments, "Who let her on stage?" "She needs to stick to karaoke." This was painful to watch. Emma throws the phone onto her bed, burying her face in her hands. Tears spill over as the weight of humiliation crushes her. She remembers the pride she felt writing her song, how she believed it could inspire others. Now, that dream feels shattered. Her mom, Mrs. Taylor, knocks gently and enters, carrying a cup of tea. Mrs. Taylor softly, "Sweetheart, are you okay? You've been quiet since you got home." Emma doesn't look up. Emma, choking back tears. "It was awful, Mom. Everyone laughed at me. I don't think I'll ever sing again." Mrs. Taylor sets the tea on the bedside table and sits beside her, wrapping an arm around her shoulders. "Mrs. Taylor, I know tonight didn't go as planned, but that doesn't mean you should give up. Do you know what makes a diamond? Pressure. And you, my dear, are destined to shine." Emma shakes her head, her voice barely a whisper. "Emma, I don't feel like a diamond. I feel like a failure." Emma walks through the hallway with her head down. Whispers and laughter trail behind her as students point and snicker. Student 1, mockingly, "Hey, it's the superstar!" Student 2, "Think she's working on her next hit single?" Emma's cheeks burn as she quickens her pace. Olivia and her group stand near the lockers, laughing loudly. Olivia, calling out, "Emma, when's the album dropping? We're dying for another performance." Her friends burst into laughter. Emma clenches her fists, fighting the tears threatening to spill. She ducks into the restroom, locking herself in a stall. Sitting on the closed toilet seat, She leans against the door, closing her eyes. After school. Later that day, Emma sits in the corner of the music room, idly strumming her guitar. The usually soothing sound feels hollow. Ms. Reed, the school's music teacher, walks in, her arms full of sheet music. She notices Emma's slumped posture. Mr. Reed, "Emma, what brings you here after hours?" Emma shrugs, avoiding eye contact. Emma, "I don't know. I guess I wanted to quit." Ms. Reed sets down the papers and sits beside her. Mr. Reed, "Quit? But why? You've got so much potential." Emma scoffs. Emma, "Didn't you hear? I'm the school's biggest joke." Ms. Reed places a comforting hand on Emma's shoulder. Mrs. Reed, "Every artist faces rejection, Emma. Even the greatest musicians have had their bad nights. But what makes them great is that they kept going." Emma looks at her, tears glistening in her eyes. Emma, "I'm not great. I'm just me. And that's not enough." Ms. Reed smiles warmly. Miss Reed, "You're more than enough. Let me hear your song. No audience, no pressure, just me." After a moment of hesitation, Emma nods. She starts to play, her voice hesitant at first but gaining strength as she continues. When she finishes, Ms. Reed claps softly. Mrs. Reed, "That was beautiful, Emma. Music isn't about being perfect. It's about making people feel something. And you have that gift." Montage. Emma practices in the music room with Ms. Reed, learning breathing techniques and vocal control. She rewrites her lyrics late at night, the crumpled drafts piling up around her desk. Slowly, her confidence begins to grow. Despite her progress, the bullying doesn't stop. One day, while practicing in the courtyard, Olivia and her group walk by. Olivia, "Still trying to be famous, Emma?" Newsflash, it's not gonna happen. This time, Emma doesn't falter. She looks up and meets Olivia's gaze. Emma, firmly, "I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me." The Redemption Performance International School Auditorium. Evening. The charity concert is packed. Emma waits backstage, her hands trembling. Ms. Reed appears, offering a reassuring smile. Mr. Reed, "This is your moment. Trust yourself. You've worked hard for this." Emma nods. As her name is called, she steps onto the stage. The lights blind her momentarily, but she steadies herself and begins to play. Emma, singing. "In the dark, I found the light. Through the cold, I found my soul." Her voice is strong, filled with emotion. The audience is captivated. When the final note fades, there's a brief silence before the room erupts in applause. Some students even stand to cheer. In the front row, Olivia sits stunned, unable to muster a single word. The story of Emma teaches us a powerful lesson. Adversity may challenge us, but it does not define who we are. Life will always present obstacles, and there will be times when the world feels like it's against us. However, what truly matters is how we rise above those challenges, how we hold on to our dreams, and how we refuse to let negativity dim our light. Emma's journey reminds us that growth comes through perseverance and self-belief. Even when others doubt us or we doubt ourselves, we must keep going. It's not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to try, fail, and try again. So, take a moment to reflect. What dreams have you set aside because of fear or failure? What challenges are holding you back? Remember, like Emma, you have the power to turn your struggles into triumphs. Believe in yourself, work hard, and let the world see the incredible person you are. Your story matters. Share it with us in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to rise above and shine brighter than ever before.